I'm trying to change your own perception of our own culture. I would love every single person to just look inwards and understand the power that we have, like the gift, the energy source that comes from us, that it's actually ours.
Hi guys, I'm Yris Palmer and we have another episode of Against All Odds. On this podcast, we highlight your favorite entrepreneurs and entertainers. And today I have Bricia Lopez. First and foremost, she is so proud to be Latina. She puts on for the culture. She is an author, restaurant owner, a chef, a book.
You said author already.
I said author already. You wear so many hats.
I do.
But I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is beautiful.
Yeah, this episode's really going to be for the culture. All the episodes are for the culture, but this one especially. Sit down, get a michelada.
Yes. Let's get a michelada, get a mezcal, and sit down.
And enjoy today's episode. Okay, so I start every episode by a little icebreaker.
Go for it.
So I'm into astrology a lot.
Girl, say no more.
Zodiac signs are like my thing.
Stop.
I heard you're a Libra.
Yes.
That's my rising. I'm a Taurus. But Libras, I have a lot of friends that are actually Libras and a lot of business partners. They're so
I can see Libra rising for you.
So hardworking.
The sun be shining, that Libra be shining bright.
Yes. But I feel like one of the qualities that really stands out to me as a Libra is like, they're so determined. Like they're so hardworking. They're like, go, go, go. Mm-hmm. And I feel like once you have your mind made up on something, there's no stopping you.
Well, personally, I can't speak for all Libras, but I'll speak for this Libra.
Mm-hmm.
I am definitely someone who, when decides.
Yeah.
And I think that I realize now as an older woman that it's not really a common thread, that it takes a long time for people to make a decision. It's shocking sometimes to me how long it takes someone to make a decision. And I make decisions like this. And not only do I make them, but I act on them really fast.
You're a woman that knows what she wants.
For better or for worse sometimes. You know, some can call that reactive at times. So I can teeter-tatter between the two. So I'm trying to like pull it back and just take my time to decide, because I know that when I decide, I go hard. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I be going hard on the wrong decisions.
What do you think is a Libra like negative trait?
None. I don't think there's such thing as negative traits. No, I think that there are things that we're brought into this world to better, to improve, to solve whatever we didn't solve in our last life. I really do believe that whatever we didn't learn, we're here to relearn again. And I believe that because I think throughout my life, the world, life, God, Jesus, everyone has been trying to teach me the same lesson over and over again. It's not until I sit down and I decide to heal and change that lesson won't come again. Do you know what I mean? So I think like that's really what we're here for, to just heal ourselves, learn the lessons, and then move on.
What if you never learned the lesson?
It'll keep showing up.
Until you learn the lesson.
Until you learn. And it'll show up in subtle ways. Beginning, it'll just be like, maybe a little bit like, I'm going to trip. Right? And then next time, I'm going to fall. But then you didn't learn. Like, you got to move the cable, girl. And then you're like, no, the cable's cute though. I won't fall again. Trust me. I see it. I know. And then you fall. But esta vez, like, you have heels on. Y te cabras el pie. And you're like, no.
Like, okay.
And you're like, no, but I really do like the cable. Y la próxima, hasta que te corten el pie, no vas a entender.
You're like, yeah, the cable gotta go.
The cable gotta go.
I love your perspective on like early. Life. Yeah. So I know this is our first time sitting down together, yes. But I'm going to give you your flowers. You do so much for the community. By the way, I have to go to your restaurant.
And I am not alone. I have such an incredible team. I have to give flowers to my siblings, my brother Fernando, Paulina, and all their team there is behind all of our companies.
I feel like Latinos in general, like our community is very tight-knit, but like you and your family, let's talk about all of that, because I know you...
My best friends.
Yes, your best friends. Yes. I love that.
They are my best friends. I love them. I love my siblings. We like each other. It's weird. That's another thing that I think that a lot of the times people like would meet me and they don't understand a lot of things about me. Number one, like, wait, what are you though? I always get that all the time. But like, what are you? Mm-hmm. But like, are you a chef or are you not? what are you? Like, are you a restaurant owner, or are you running parties? Like, what are you doing? Right?
Like, I'm everything.
And I always tell people, like, why is it so hard for you to understand that people can do many things? Like, it's so hard. And another thing that people don't understand is I generally love my siblings. And I think a lot of people don't. They're like, but how? I'm like, I don't know. We just genuinely like each other. And I don't know if that's something that I realize now as older again, that is really uncommon. It's sad. I think it's sad. But it is really uncommon for siblings to fight. And I didn't know that before. I just thought everyone always got along. Like, I could not imagine a life without, like, my best friends. These are the people who have all the context of me.
But
like,
I think
these are people who, like, who else am I going to lean on if it's not them?
But do you feel like your mom instilled that in you guys, like, to, like, love each other more and not fight?
You know, we go back and forth. We've psychoanalyzed ourselves hella times. I think that we go back to the time when we moved. So we migrated, all six of us. My parents.
From
Oaxaca to LA. In the mid-90s. And we all went from living in a very tiny house in Oaxaca in a beautiful little neighborhood with our community, our friends, to then living in a spare bedroom of a 2-bedroom apartment with one bathroom. So a family of 6 living in 1 bedroom, sharing 1 bathroom. Like, I think of that now as a mom. You know, I have 2 children. I can even share 2 bathrooms with these 2 children. I can even imagine. I didn't even, like, and back then I was just so happy to move into a place that had a bathtub that I had never seen in my life, and also opened up and had hot water. Like, I remember the first time I actually opened the tub and hot water came out. It was like, what?
Yeah.
Because in Mexico, you had to turn the boiler on for like an hour before you had hot water.
Calentabas la agua.
El agua,
with the buckets.
Yes,
and the,
yes. So for me, when I was a little girl, I never thought of if it, like, a struggle or anything. It was definitely just
that was the way of life.
It was exciting. I was so excited to live in LA. I was so excited. But we all lived in this little apartment, and I think during that time, we just developed a really deep sense of love for each other. We fought a lot. I will say we fought so much. Like, nos peleábamos. But maybe we fought so much as kids that when we got older, like, nothing seemed that important. I don't know. Or maybe it was a lot of trauma bonding. Another thing that I thought about. Maybe, you know, it's a rough childhood. I love I love my parents so much. You know, they're taught me so much. But, you know, they also have a lot of healing to do. Latino immigrant parents, you know, all they carry.
Yes.
And I've learned to understand and forgive and just know where they come from. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
So that was
the
really
older
hard.
I get, the more compassion we have for our parents and how they did things in their life.
Absolutely. Dude, shout out to immigrant parents, man. They carry so much. They carry so much. We don't even know. Like, we think we know.
I know.
You try moving. You know what I think about sometimes? Like, you move to Korea. You go ahead and move to Korea. You don't know the language. Go to Japan. Go move.
Yeah.
With nothing.
Or for some people, like, they have to leave their babies behind because they can't afford
but that's
to bring
the only thing
all
that
of
I
us.
can think about, because you move to a place with, you don't know the language.
Yeah.
You have no network. It's so far from everyone. You kind of have this sense of loss of communication.
Yeah.
Like, you're stranded along with all this hurt and all this abandonment, and you have nothing else to do but to, like, fight.
And figure it out.
Oh.
Like, the theme, I feel like, of our community is always figuring it out.
Well, that is my superpower, though.
Mine too.
Yeah. That is our superpower.
So your family, and I feel like your story, is the true definition of, like, against all odds and figuring it out.
That's what I do. That's what I tell my kids. That's what I always tell my kids, what does mommy do for a living? And they're like, she figures things out. I'm like, that's right.
Wait, I love that.
What else? How do I explain what do I do to people?
I love that they are aware that you figure it out. So your family owns a pretty popular Oaxacan restaurant.
Yes. My siblings and I own Guelaguetza.
I knew I was going to butcher it, but and it's been around for decades. Congratulations.
Thank you. 32 years, I think, this year.
32 years. I have to go and eat the food there.
You have to go and eat. It's beautiful. I love that. I mean, it's, you know, part of who I am.
Yeah.
I could cry. I'm going to cry.
And so tell me a little bit about, like, how did they start the business? Like, what was that like? What do you remember? Like, because now I know your siblings and you took it over, right?
Yes. The story of Guelaguetza, it's so complicated. It's not complicated. It's long. It's beautiful. I think it's not just my story. I think it's a story of so many multi-generational businesses. So the story of so many family restaurants, right? For anyone who actually who has a family restaurant, I encourage you, if you could just pick up our cookbook, Oaxaca. I actually, we were able to put our family story in one beautiful book, and it has great recipes. But I think what I love the most about the book is just my family's journey, because it's really documented well of just, not just the struggles that my parents face coming in, just so many things, right? But the transition of ownership, the transition of generation, I think it's one that skips our community a lot. And yes, our parents struggle, and every time I see a family business, and when I go into a restaurant and I can clearly see, it's almost like I have a spidey sense for it. I can tell when there's a mom and a daughter working together. Like, I already know. I already know when there's parents, and I already know the tension they have. I already know their problems. I already know their issues. I just feel like I've lived that life for so long. And I know what it's like to have parents, immigrant parents. What happens, my parents weren't financially savvy. They,
as most of us are not,
over leveraged. A lot of people stole from them. So many people stole from them.
Oh no, I hate that.
My parents had to end up going to bankruptcy. My dad had a house in the hills. I had a Porsche. I drove a Porsche when I was in my early 20s. I drove a white Cayenne. I thought I was like so cool. And then a few years later, the car got repossessed.
Oh no!
We lost our
not
home.
The Porsche.
Not the Porsche. Not my Cayenne. And we lost everything. Like, it was gone. It was during what is that? What was the last recession? Not this recession, but last one. The housing crisis, when everything broke.
Yeah, what year was that? 2008.
When the financial model of this world just broke in half.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin was born, and all these things came out of it. Well, we lost everything. My parents were over leveraged. They declared bankruptcy. They had to sell their home. They had different businesses. My dad was pretty much kind of like what I am right now. Had a newspaper, had this business, and had a cheese factory in Fresno, and had 4 restaurants. But he wasn't surrounded himself with people who had his best interests at heart. They had their best interests, and there wasn't a team. But also, my dad also had his flaws. He wasn't the greatest leader. Also, it all broke, and I think like during that time, we were just trying to figure out like what comes next, like what happens when we've worked so hard in this business, and then all of a sudden, my brother and I had opened a tiny little spot called Semitas y Clayudas Pal Cabron, which was so fun. We sold Semitas and Clayudas. We had a little sandwich spot in Huntington Park, and we started like even a little YouTube channel. We were just having so much fun trying to create something fun, and then we realized, oh crap, like my parents about to go out of business, like for real, this is like not even a joke. This is not something that your parents just like. Sometimes I would always feel like my parents would lie to me, like they're just telling me to scare me, but it's not real. Yeah, there's just always some secret money hiding somewhere to save us.
You're
all.
Like, we're good. Like, no, we're not good this time.
And my dad was like, no, there's no secret
this is
money.
For real.
Like, I'm moving to Mexico and I'm selling the restaurant. Like, I'm out of here. Like, it's over. And we were just like, there's no way. Like, there's the thought of like it be gone. It was that doesn't make sense. Like, it didn't
click in your head.
No. And I was like, no, we'll figure it out. So I think we Googled just the same way that you learned it through Google. So did I in YouTube. Yeah. And what we did, what later we realized was, it's called an owner finance deal in the world of business, to where anyone can do this. Actually, you could do this. I kind of want to do this. I always want to do this. You can go to a business that's struggling, a failing business. My parents, for example, perfect example. You go to someone and say, hey, listen, I want to buy your restaurant. They show you their books. Most of the time, they're not the best books. You just have to go and analyze yourself. You have to go see. You put a value in the business, and you're like, great, I will pay you. For sake of argument of just numbers, let's say $1 million, right? Okay, I'm paying you $1 million, but I don't have $1 million, obviously, so I couldn't give my parents $1 million. So what we did was how can we pay this $1 million in the next 10 years? Let's come up with a payment plan. We had the lease set up, we had everything, and we got to work, and that meant that they left, and they left my siblings and I in charge of the restaurant to figure it out. It was failing. It was in their bankruptcy. People were stealing from us. No one respected us. No one respected me. There were so many people that work with me who genuinely looked at me and was like, "You're just a little girl."
How old are you at this point?
I heard like 20s, mid-20s,
Okay, yeah.
mid-20s.
Yeah, it's really hard for people to respect you at 20 years old.
Yeah, but also you have to understand, this is 20, like, I'm 40. So this is 20 years ago. The world looked different back then.
Yeah.
Like, I think being 20 now, you just have so much more information. You just have so much. I think it's different being 20 than being 20 back then. Because back then, like, you don't have no one to lean on. Like, there's no.
You don't have no one, but you also didn't have the access that we have now. Well, I feel like we didn't have 20 years ago. So we didn't have ChatGPT. We didn't have all of these people helping us. So yeah, it was a whole different time where you really have to figure it out. You couldn't
even complain to someone that they called you something, right? Like, I mean, blatantly in my face. Like, I've had, people that walked out on us because it just didn't like that 2 women were in charge, my sister and I. Like, it was just really bad. But we made it through. We're like, you know what? We're gonna continue it. And oh my gosh, it's been now, I think over 15 years that we've taken over the restaurant.
Wow.
And I think we've grown ourselves personally, but we've also grown the business tremendously in different avenues, different ways, different endeavors. Creativity always at the center of it. Culture always at the center of it. Family, and just having fun.
Yeah, I love that. Also, what was the reason you guys left Oaxaca? Like, when you first, like, what was it just a better life?
Well, I think the same reason why everyone leaves. You could never leave something so beautiful unless you're hungry, unless you just can't, like, sustain your life anymore. My dad was a mezcal maker back then. And back then, which was, 30 plus years ago, people weren't drinking mezcal the way they're drinking right now. He was just struggling. Nobody was buying from him. Nobody believed in what he was doing.
So for some reason I thought you guys had the restaurant over there and brought it over here. No, the restaurant business was just completely started here
from scratch.
Got it.
My dad had no business opening up a restaurant. My dad could not even cook an egg to save his life.
And you guys named it after like a festival, right?
Yes.
That happens in Oaxaca.
Yes. Guelaguetza has so many beautiful meanings. Guelaguetza to its core, the actual name, the actual word is a Zapotec word. That's such a beautiful word. It means to create community. It means, it's not even just to create, it's basically, it's the essence of community.
And I feel like that's you.
It's the idea. Oh, thank you.
You're like building community.
It's the idea of understanding and knowing that the world doesn't work by yourself. It's the idea of knowing that one can live without the other. It's an ecosystem of give and take that happens with love and intention and out of joy and out of purpose. It's bigger than just a festival or I think it's like it's the essence of community. It's such a beautiful word.
Yeah.
But
I love the meaning.
That's what it's called.
It's so beautiful.
But it is a festival it's a very Oaxaqueño word. Like it's the biggest cultural festival that Oaxaca has, and I would think Mexico has. It's beautiful. Everyone should experience Oaxaca during Guelaguetza season. It's unbelievable.
I'm gonna go research and put it on my travel bucket list. Unbelievable. And then speaking of loving your culture, you own a company called I Love Micheladas.
I do love micheladas.
And it basically represents the same thing, cultural and...
Yes.
So when did you start that?
I Love Micheladas was started over a decade ago. It was born out of the restaurant, just the same thing as everything is born out of. One of our clients came in. We were known for micheladas. We've always been known for micheladas because we make them in the traditional Oaxacan sense.
I've never had a good michelada.
Well, you haven't been to Guelaguetza.
Yeah, I've never had.
I should have brought you some. I came from home. And a friend of mine, Juan, his name is Juan Foras. Shout out to Foras. He came in once and he asked me if I could sell him my mix because he was having a carne asada. And I was like, what? So my brother, we were there, we were working. We were always working there. It's just like our life. We filled out some bottles, brought it out. He bought it, and it just kind of stayed in our mind. My brother had opened a Shopify store to sell our mole online or retail mole. My brother and I have always been to just figuring out what's going on next, right?
I love that.
And just to like, what else can we sell online? Like, how cool. Like, what? Like, you can open a store online? What is this? Internet, Shopify.
And mole also has
yes.
chocolate.
Yes, because we do have an online store, and we do. If you are looking for a delicious mole starter to have mole ready for you in 10 minutes, you can buy our mole starter on ilovemolestore.com. We also sell that.
Yes.
I sell it all. So just that kind of idea sparked an idea. That moment sparked an idea. We put a label on it. I think at the beginning was Guelaguetza. But I think as we started finding our way in business, finding our own rhythm. Personality, our own rhythm, starting to shape the restaurant, starting to shape our life, we just realized there's just so much more of us than Guelaguetza. So our roots are Oaxacan. Like, I will never fall. My roots are really cemented, but my branches and my arms are all LA. Like, I'm an LA girl when I extend my arms. Like, I am so LA. That. Like, I cannot deny that. LA. I am so LA. I'm too LA. I was in New York a lot a couple years ago. And every time I would walk through New York, I would be like, guess where I'm from? It was my favorite game. And they'd be like, you LA.
Yeah, I'm so LA.
And they were like, you're too happy to be from here. All the time. I would say that all the time. I'm like, yeah,
that's so
just
cute.
Have like LA sunshine.
No, I feel like people from LA that have like been born and raised here, like, we are true. Like, don't say nothing negative about LA, please.
No,
because
you can't.
I love it here.
Yeah, and I wasn't born and raised, but I was definitely
But it was
raised,
like,
like, this is my home. Like, I have shaped palettes in the city. Like, this city is, I got roots here. My web is deep here, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think like out of that, I just wanted to branch out, like actually branch out and just discover a little bit more of that. And we just thought of, we had I Love Mole. We're like, well, I love micheladas. Why not? And we launched this michelada brand. Then we've been selling michelada mix forever in Northgate, Vallarta's. We were in Costco for a bit.
Vallarta.
Yes.
I'm gonna go pick it up.
Shout out to Vallarta. I love
once a week. I'm getting all
shout
my.
Shout out to Vallarta family. They got the OG brand and our red mix there. And then 3 years ago, we were trying to figure out how to get people to buy more mix. And before the pandemic, I've been throwing parties all my life.
Like, I was going to go to the parties next because you throw, I need to go to one of your parties. I heard you throw the best parties,
There's
big
no
DJs.
party like a Lopez party.
I've heard.
All our friends, like every part. If you come to a Lopez party, I mean, for all our lives, all our friends, any friend that you know can vouch for this. Like, number one, always, if you come to Bricia's house, you got to know how to drive. You don't drive. You know,
don't drive. Uber,
don't drive. All my girlfriends know that. My second cookbook is called Asada.
I need to pick that one up.
Yeah. I love that.
Yes. I love a carne asada.
Dude,
a good carne asada. There's
I'm
nothing
telling
like
you that
that.
my recipes are fire. My asada cookbook.
I actually saw you make like this tortilla and you put beans and then you put tinga.
Oh, well, that's a tostada.
Oh my God. My mouth was watering when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, I need to pick up her book.
Yeah, I cook a lot. Where was I?
The parties.
The parties. Yes. So in my book, you can actually see my book. Most of it is actually an asada that I had in my house. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because there's a picture of my friend Diego. He's a DJ with my son back in the day, and he's playing. And I was laughing like, yeah, of course. I definitely have DJs on my asadas. It's normal.
Yeah.
I have so many like amazing and talented DJ friends. Why wouldn't they be spinning at my asada? It would make no sense.
Mm-hmm. How fun.
Yes. We just love parties. Anyway, so before the pandemic, with I Love Micheladas, we had doing these cumbia parties. We always like love
parties?
Yeah, we used to have cumbia parties.
Not the cumbia parties.
We used to have cumbia parties like back in the day, and they were so fun.
Oh my God!
And that's how we met so many DJs. Pandemic happened, things happened. Mm-hmm. Then 3 years ago, 23, we're in the office. We're just trying to come back up. I mean, so many things happening in our life at this moment. In my life, we're just like, where do we go? And how do we get more people to buy this michelada mix? And what better way to then like, let's just gather people. It was March 8th, 2023. I put together this event. We called it Ladies Night at my friend's brewery. We put it on Instagram and we had 400 people show up that night.
400?
We were like, oh my God. My girlfriend was like, what is happening? I'm like, I don't know, girl. Maybe it was
Where
like
did you throw this at?
Benny Boy.
Okay. I'm like,
Benny Boy. Yeah. She was cleaning bathrooms. She was like, oh my God, Bricia. I'm like,
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. She was like, maybe it was an article. It's like, maybe it was an article. And then, so the next month, we're like, let's run it back. That was the first Friday. And so it was the first Friday of the month. It just happened to be the first Friday of the month. I'm like, let's just do it again. Like, let's just do it again. And let's just save every first Friday from now on. And just put it on our mind that we're going to do something. Like, let's just do it. Because it was so fun. It was so fun. Like, that night, everybody in the team had the best time. So we are like, let's run it back. We're going to do the second brewery at Common Space. And that night we called it Noche de Perreo. And girl.
Oh, first of all, the name itself, Noche de Perreo, throws Mike.
Noche de Perreo was
I want to go to Noche de Perreo. So
Noche de Perreo.
What's that vibe? Is it like
oh
old
my
school
God.
reggaeton?
Yes.
Like
whatever you think.
like Tego Calderón play? I need that.
We have Que Madre and Made in Mexico play and DJ those nights. And it was so fun.
That's a vibe.
Then it was so then obviously Noche de Perreo. The flyer was also amazing. We had like little dogs. Like it's funny. Then we switched it up. We went to the third brewery was at Brujeria and Pico, and it was like May. It was March. It was our third one. So we're like, well, of course, like we have to like. It was a theme, right? Ladies' night, and it was Noche de Perreo. So we're like, why don't we just do like tamborazo and like banda because it's Cinco de Mayo. And I am not a mariachi girl. I'm a Southern girl. I'm from the South. So like I'm more like brass band, more like brassy than like violins. So we wanted to have like something. My brother's wife is from Zacatecas, and she's really heavy and like deep in the tamborazo scene. And Ceci, who's also my creative director, also very deep in the scene. So we brought some friends, Mi Lindo, Tamborazo Lindo Zacatecas. And if Ladies' Night was a success, if Noche de Perreo was a success, Banda Night was like lightning in a bottle.
No way.
I walked in there and like I was like, wait, what is happening? It was a different energy, an energy that I think we'd all been searching for. We were looking for it. It's almost like the energy found us. It's almost like it was like finding a host and then like found us and was like, whoop.
I've never been to a banda party and I've never really been into banda like that either. So like it's so interesting.
It's different. But it's so different because it's a special kind of energy that happens when like LA girls fall into this. Because it's like it all comes together. It's beautiful. So after that, we were all like enamored. It was crazy. And they're like, what are we going to do again? We're like, fuck, we're going to do it again. What do you mean? We're going to run it back. We're going to do it again. Yeah. What do you mean? Like, forget it to the perreo. Like, that was. And then we're like, let's run it again. And then we went to a different brewery. And then we went to a different brewery. And then we went to Long Beach in this place that we hosted 2,000 people.
Okay, I was about to ask, were the numbers growing as you're throwing all of these parties?
As months went by, our team started shifting.
2,000 people?
2,000 we had. But that one we had like a little partnership with this brewery.
At this point, now, are you selling tickets to go? How do we get into these events?
Well, at this part, we're trying to figure it out because remember, we're still like a michelada brand, right? So it's just like and we're doing this once a month.
The micheladas are a whole party, babe. Yeah. They're a whole function, okay?
Yes. So we're and it's just my brother, me, our creative director, our social media coordinator, and then our logistics, Raul, who he's a micha man, but also fulfills your order.
Yeah.
And then my brother-in-law, right, who is our muscle.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to figure it out. We're a very small team. Like if you look at what we've done, it's like what? And then after we were at this brewery in Long Beach, we had a business deal that completely fell through. That's when I learned. I've learned so much. Learned about contracts, business deals. The way that people look at you differently when you're brown, when you're a woman. It is different. I used to like not subscribe to that. I used to be the person that was
no,
like,
it is.
No, I would
it's
like,
a real thing.
No, this is just a state of mind. Because I'm very positive.
Yeah.
I'm the most positive woo-woo energy person you can meet. Like I am enlightened.
I could tell. You are light, babe. I
have studied a lot of things. And let me tell you that sometimes I can tell the energy. Like you think I'm less because I'm a female and because I'm brown.
Oh, it's so much harder for us.
And I can see, and it sucks because I didn't want to trust my instinct. I fucking trusted you.
Yeah.
And I should have trusted myself. And I've been effed over.
You know what the thing is? It's like, especially for our community, I feel like it's there. We need to recognize it and we can't be naive to it, you know?
But it can also, I think like what I don't like to talk about that is because I hate for people to feel that as a crutch. I hate people who are like, but that's because that's why I'm in this situation. It's like,
we don't
like,
victimize ourselves.
Don't victimize yourself, but like move around it and like make sure you lay parameters, like contracts right away, clear expectations right away.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned in my life, especially.
Good for you.
So that business fell through, relationship. We moved on. But that was a blessing though, because that forced us to actually take on production in-house. We had been working in production. I've been working in production for years. My brother too.
Oh my God, what don't you do?
Yeah, from the restaurant. My dad produced a 10,000 person Guelaguetza and 20,000 people Guelaguetza in the convention center 20 years ago, I think. Like, I watched that happen. I witnessed miracles happen. Like, I know that we can make it happen. And I've have relationships with venues, so like I know my way around the city. We found a venue we loved. We put all our money in. We're like, let's just throw a party. And we're used to throwing parties.
Yeah, you throw good parties.
I do throw good parties. I need to get better at managing budgets throwing parties because I am not good at that.
You go over the budget, babe. It's okay.
Every time. I be thinking I am like making it rain.
Make it rain.
I'm like, get me a Ferris wheel. Get this. Yes, get that. Yes, let's do that. Yes, yes, yes.
Make it look good.
Yes. And like, but why don't we have more screens here? Like, why don't we have,
What happened? I want the dogs running around.
Where are the confetti cannons, guys?
Yeah.
So every month, like, we put all the money back in production, go back in, like, how do we make it better for guests? How do we make it better for guests? How do we make it better for guests? We outgrew we went to La Plaza, which was in downtown. We took production in-house and moved to La Plaza. We were there for, I think, just a few months until... Our last night there, the fire department showed up and was like, this is too crazy. Like, y'all.
They're shutting you down?
And then we went up to midnight. We couldn't go past midnight also because of the location. Then we migrated to the Beehive. Then we migrated to the Beehive, which is in South LA. And that campus, that venue has been so good to us. They've treated us so great that we've built a great partnership with them. It's about an acre of space. We have 5,000 people that come every single month.
You were going to throw my 40th birthday. I'm going to call you.
We have 2 stages. We have food vendors, an incredible food lineup. All my homie friends from my food world. Incredible DJs, live band. Some girlfriends who I know for a long time who just randomly show up. Like Chiquis, Janae.
I love her.
Janae, she showed up like 2 months ago. She was like, girl, I want to go. I'm like, come. Like, just like, you should be here. Like, this is like your Beehive, girl. Like, this is where you should be.
Yeah. You're so passionate, and I could see it. And this is why. So and this is why, like,
so much fun.
I feel like when people love what they do, it truly shows. And you are clearly all about building community, having fun, having the best food, the best drinks. Like, how could you not have a good time? What do you think people are looking for right now in like our Latino community?
I think we're all looking to, I honestly think, I hope that our Latino community is hoping to heal itself. That's all I really care about. I feel that it's just when is it going to stop? I'm reading a book with my kids called Barefoot Dreams at night. And it's about the journey of this little girl named Petra from like the revolucionario days, like in Mexico. And she's essentially trying to migrate from Mexico to the U.S. And she meets this guerrera soldada Marieta who, shows her this new way of life. And her journey through the desert with her grandma and her sister and little brother, I'm like, I can't believe that's still happening. Like, I'm reading this book and I'm like, but this was like, 100 years ago, over 200 years ago. I've been doing so much research. I'm like, what hasn't fixed? Where? Like, where is it really like broken? It's us. Like, it's just humans. And I think that we carry so much trauma.
Is the book in English or Spanish? I need to pick up this book.
It's in Spanish. It's in English. Okay. It's called Barefoot Dreams of Petra. And I'm reading it with my son, and it's beautiful. And I remember we were reading it once, and I was like crying, just reading through her journey of the desert. And I just stopped. I'm like, that people are still going through this, baby. Like, I'm telling my son, like, this is like someone's actual life today. it sucks. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
And all we can do, I think, is just be responsible for ourselves, because there's so much crap in this world, and you can't control anything but your own feelings and your own actions and your own light. And I think that sometimes it's just better to just like...
Yeah. I love that you're teaching your kids that. I'm very, I make my kids very aware too. So
Yeah.
I think like books like that are important.
It's a beautiful book.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful book.
I've heard you say that there's nothing better than changing someone's perception about a culture. Do you think you're doing that now with your company?
Absolutely. I think I've definitely shattered a lot of like mind frames around our culture. I think there's so many things that people think about us. They put us in a box the same way they like to put us in a box. Women in boxes. I think that they have everything wrong about us. We have everything wrong about us. I think that like I'm trying to change your own perception of our own culture. I would love every single person to just look inwards and understand the power that we have, like the gift, the energy source that comes from us, that it's actually ours. It's like a chip, almost like lately I've been thinking a lot of ourselves as computers. I don't know why I'm having like, even when I dream, it's not, my dreams have shifted. I don't know why, but if you think of ourselves as computers just for a second, like in that same context, like there's certain chips that are just embedded in a computer, and another computer will never know, because a Mac will never know what it's like to be a Windows, and a Windows will never know what it's like Macs, right? Like, so I feel like we have a certain context inside of us that is not available to anyone else. And it's probably the most powerful source of information and energy source of the world, because it's connected to the actual source of Earth. Like, our history of our ancestors is so beautiful. And I think that one of the things I love about being from Oaxaca is that is so ingrained in your psyche when you're born there, when you grow up there. Like, that chip is planted, and it's like that, or that plant is planted, it's soiled, and you realize how connected you are. And then you turn around, and when you see someone who is of the earth, of who has that same power, not cherish it and go turn around and look for something else, it doesn't allow that person to fully feel fulfilled, because they're running away from who they are. So they'll never be able to. It's almost like you're putting on a fake dress.
It's like connecting with your true authentic self.
Yes, with who you are,
who you truly are. When you really start to do the work and like dig deep, it be like your perspective and like your eyes open to a whole different world.
Yes.
Your love for food is so passionate, and I know I know, me too. But I know you've written 2 books, Asada and Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
Yeah, Oaxaca. Are you working on a 3rd?
I am.
You are?
I'm working a 3rd right now.
What? Can we get something?
Yes, of course. I'm working at, yes, I love talking about my book.
Give us a little BTS.
No, I'm working on a 3rd book, and it's all about muertos.
It's all about what?
Muertos. It's
called, muertos.
Yeah, muertos. That's what. So Day of the Dead in Oaxaca. That's what it's called. Muertos. We that's one word. Here it's called Dia de los Muertos, or like Day of the Dead. It's just one word in Oaxaca.
When is
Me voy
it?
para muertos, voy a muertos, ya venir muertos, ya es muertos, ya está muertos. It's just one word. And I have been really digging deep into the history of muertos for a very long time. And the book is going to just be really dedicating it to Mitla, where I'm from. And and the history of Mitla, and the history of muertos, and where it comes from, and like the beautifulness, the death, and the beautiful relationship that we as Mexicanos and just people of indigenous culture have with death, and that beautiful relationship, and the importance of our roots underneath, and the importance of looking down. Like, sometimes we're always looking for answers, and we look up for answers. And when all we need to do is just look down and meet the people who have come before us and have really not just planted seeds, but are actually fertilizing the soil that you're walking on. Actual people are in underground, and they're giving you the energy. They're your ancestors. They're holding you down. You don't have to look up. You can just look down and ask them for answers. And it's so beautiful. And to see and to be in Mitla, where there's like the door to the infrared world where all kind of encompasses. Man,
I actually never thought about it like that until you just put it in that.
That's really the thesis of my book.
Yeah. When does it come out?
I think if I get it together,
it's a process.
If I get it together, fall 27.
Fall 27. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to read the third book. You've dropped already so many gems here, but we always end the episode with dropping a gem. So anything you want to leave with?
Drop a gem. Girls, especially brown girls, we are vitamin D deficient in like weird levels. Yes, we are.
We are.
Best source of energy, best source of vitamin D is the sun. The sun you can only harness.
I love the sun.
The sun is a powerful energy. It's too powerful.
Yeah.
And you can only harness the energy at sunrise and sunset. Any other day between sun, it'll burn you because it's too strong.
I know, I like to get burned.
So you can't get burned. You have to harness because then you're.
I love to get a good tan.
Because then you're not harnessing the energy. You're just getting burned. So to harness the energy,
when I lay out, I come alive. Like I feel like I feel so good.
But
so
the gem is okay in the morning. So in the mornings, I started putting this in my routine. Has changed my even in my office. They're like, you're just happier. I'm like, I'm telling you, 10 minutes of sun in the morning, I be out there looking like a crazy woman. 6:30 sunrise. It has to be sunrise.
Okay. I could do that. I'm up by 5. So like
that's the same because you have kids.
Yeah.
So it depends on the sunrises.
10 minutes. You just
I literally see it has to be like horizon, so to your eye level, sunrise, sunset, and like open your eyes. I do look like a crazy person, so like I do put like my hands out, and then I just like let the sun touch me, and I move to like the sound of like just like for 10 minutes, and I just ask to like please, and then like actual like real thing when you gather the energy, and then you like stretch, and then you bring it all. And then you put it in your heart.
You do this every morning?
Yes. Okay. And then I tell myself, and this is the thing that I want to drop the gem, you have to realize we are all light.
We are all light.
We don't chase. We attract.
Yes.
Because when light chases, it burns. Yes. But when it stays still, it brightens the world.
That's the best gem. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah,
and
thank you for having me.
That was this week's episode on Against All Odds. Against All Odds is a Hyphenate Media Group production in partnership with iHeart's My Cultura Podcast Network. For more of your favorite shows, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.